What's up, everybody? It's the Woodward Bet Show today on a Monday. I got my boy Detroit Beastie here with me. I'm Gyiraszin. What's going on, Beastie? How's that weekend?
This is the perfect day of the week to be here with you, Woodward Sports, Spencer behind the glass. I know Easy's probably around here somewhere, just eavesdropping, see what he can do. But what a weekend we had here, at least here in Michigan or Detroit. Any way you slice it, Michigan wins the Big Ten. They just absolutely hammered and blew out the Iowa Hawkeyes. All respect, though, it's a good organization. Kirk Ferentz is an outstanding coach, so no ill will there, but it had to be done. And then the Lions on the last play of the game yesterday. It's crazy. And again, the Lions get the win. They're 1-10-1. It's nothing crazy. But today, here's the play. He drops back. I'm on Ron. What I don't understand on this play here, the Minnesota Vikings, Dantzler, what the heck kind of defense? They were playing like a prevent defense inside the red zone on the last play of the game. There should have been press coverage, or I don't know. But here's the thing. That game and that last play of the game should be all the talk, but to be honest with you, it's all about Jared Goff's girlfriend right now. I've watched that clip 100 times. She's a swimsuit model. She's on the beach on location, filming. That's it, right? And she's jumping, and we all know the deal here. I'm going to try and keep it PG. The strings are hanging off, and that's a good move there. Bend down, shake around, and that's it. And then they must show. There it is. They show her the phone, and oh God, does she even know? Does she even care? Does she even know where Detroit is? Does she even care? About the Detroit Lions. Regardless, it was just a win. All in general, the Wolverines win the Big Ten. The Lions win. So Saturday we win, Sunday we win, and then today we win with watching her kind of go nuts about her boyfriend Jared Goff. So if you look at that clip, if you find it on social media, everybody's just kidding around saying, well, the Detroit Lions have been losing all season. Jared Goff, not so much. Big W for Goff, the Lions, and the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to have big hands for to handle those things, that's for sure. But you're right, Beastie. I saw that video, and I was like, damn. I mean, did we just replace Kate Upton? I mean, we don't care if Verlander's gone, do we? I mean, I think we got a new Kate Upton around here. But like you said, she's at the damn beach. She don't give two shits about her man playing football. I mean, she's probably still back in California, and they're showing her a video clip that he won. And the funny part is, to me, Chris, she acts surprised. So she knows they suck. So, it's like, I can only imagine, I mean, she's probably had to tell the guy, maybe now 10, 11 times, it'll be okay, honey, we'll be better. And then I'm sure, she says, come rest your head right here on mama, and mama will take care of you. And I'm sure it all goes away. He don't give two fits.
No, not at all. And again, probably, hey, I heard you won. Can you, send me a couple bucks, Jared? Me and the girls are going out tonight, and I did what you said, and I recorded the video. And again, I don't know the chick. I don't even know what her name is. I think it's Kristen Harper with a C or a K, backwards K. I don't know how the heck you spell her name. I've never even heard of her or seen her until that clip this morning. So, yeah, all love to golf, the Lions, the Wolverines, even the Red Wings won over the weekend. So, again, we don't get a lot of love here in Detroit for sports, but it's coming around, and every once in a while we'll get a weekend like this one. So I'm on cloud nine, and we're going to let it carry over the entire month of December here, Scott.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, Saturday night we went down to the FanDuel Sportsbook. Beer and I, actually Easy, showed up, and we were treated for VIP first class for that Michigan game. So we had a lot of fun watching the victory there. And then it was cool. They fell on 42, which was that football player Tate Myre number. I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, really fun weekend. And I was actually at Woodward today, and I was talking to Braylon, and Braylon's showing his his rings, his Big Ten rings, and he put them on the table, and I snuck a little picture, had them on my hand, took a picture of it. But his fingers are so damn big, I could spin them things around on my finger if I wanted to. But them rings were heavy as can be, pretty sweet looking rings. As a Michigan fan, it was pretty cool to put one on. But Braylon was telling me how nice all those Iowa fans were, except to each other. He was saying they were fighting each other, arguing with each other, and everything else. And he said they were just nice as can be to all the Michigan fans. So when he was telling Holden Court today at lunch, telling that story, we were all kind of giggling at that. But yeah, what a weekend for Detroit sports and everything else. And I mean, hey, we got a New Year's Eve to really look forward to, Chris. I mean, not only is it New Year's Eve, we're going to get the Wolverines playing the Georgia Bulldogs for that to get to that national championship game. So yeah, we got a little bit of added bonus this year on New Year's Eve. So that should be a hell of a night there. But just kind of looking forward to DFS. Chris, as you know, I'm getting ready to go down there to Miami next week for the DraftKings World Finals down there. Got some buddies of mine that are in it, and they coaxed me to go down there with a +1 with them. I'm gonna go down there, have some fun with them, help them out, with their teams, and see what we can do. But been looking forward to that. But Chris, I was trying to get in there this weekend, Beer and I. So I know we like to look at our teams. So kind of sucks here with the screenshot the way DraftKings has it. But so you got Beer and I's teams here, and if you're looking here, you can see both sides here. So Beer stacked Brady. I thought Beer Man had a really good shot. He stacked Brady. He had Michelle, Justin Jefferson went off. He had Godwin who went off, and then Eli Mitchell did pretty good. But you needed to have, I think it was 201 or something like that. So we fell a little bit short. I wasn't too far behind the Beer Man, but like I said, we like to go over this exercise just so people can kind of see, the thought process behind some teams are built. So there was Brady. We had Evans and Godwin, stack them up. We had Mitchell with the defense. So, that's something that, we like to just kind of go through. But, yeah, exciting DFS day. So I know you're a big hockey guy in the weekends. You like to tell us, usually your weekends is the spots you like to pick. You mentioned the Wings won there, and I've been paying a little bit more attention to some hockey. I know the Islanders been struggling and looking around and just kind of checking it out. Yeah, they've been struggling bad. So how'd you do with your DFS with the hockey this weekend?
Well, it was both good and bad. See, and I didn't play a lot like I normally did. So you got to kind of keep it. To me personally, I'm a very superstitious man, right? So Saturday, afternoon and evening, I didn't really play much because I wanted to be all in and present for the Michigan game. So I was just a weird superstition kind of thing. So I didn't play a lot, maybe $250 sprinkled, Friday evening, Saturday, and even yesterday. And I doubled my entry fee more than I believe Friday night and Saturday night, I doubled my entry fee. And then on Sunday, I just played the afternoon only. I think the first puck drop was at 1 o'clock, and it was like 3 or 4 games. It was a 1 p.m. express, something like that. So I took it easy this weekend. Yesterday was a rest day. I had no broadcasting, no writing. Actually, after the morning, my broadcasting commitments and guest spots I do Sunday morning. But yesterday I took it easy. I laid in bed for most of the day, caught up on some sleep, some naps. I put the Christmas tree lights outside, and that's it. So I know a very long-winded way to answer your question, but I did okay. Didn't go all in. I wanted to be at peace this week, and so we'll hit it hard again, probably Friday or Saturday.
That's something to be said too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I get asked all the time, how do you do this every day? How do you bet every day? How do you handle the stress of it and everything else? And you know what? You just got to know what's within your means and just stay in your lane, basically. Hey, you didn't force it. You didn't open up the app and go, oh man, there's a $400 tournament. I can win 50,000 tonight. I've been on a roll. I'm just going to get in it. And you spend little time researching, and then you're just throwing shit out there. And, the chances of you finding that edge are going to be very small. So, hey, if you're not feeling it, don't play it. You're on a losing streak. Let your mind relax a couple days. There's nothing wrong with that at all. DFS is tough, especially if you're a tournament player and you're only playing 1 or 2 lineups. I mean, you're lucky if you win 30% of the time. So, I mean, but you got to take advantage of those situations when you do win, and go a little bit off the grid, not as chalky, but that's something we can get into more as time goes on. But Chris, we got 10 games in NBA tonight. We got 6 in the NHL tonight. So I know, you're my NHL guy that I'm going to go to. So what do you think about these games here tonight? Is there anything stands out to you as far as any kind of bets? Is there any kind of DFS you can give me here? I got my pencil ready. You tell me what some lines I can look at tonight. And maybe I might hop in there in them NHL streets tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. My notes are already done for not only this broadcast, for personal reasons. This whole thing started with me years ago with DFS and talking about this stuff just for me, and then it branched out to my close friends and family, and now I'm giving it away to anybody that wants to know it. So when you look at this slate here, that graphic was beautiful. There's only 6 games here, and when you look at from start to finish, first puck drop is in New Jersey. The Ottawa are playing the Devils here. That one's at 7:00, and then if you fast forward, Pittsburgh at Seattle is at 10 p.m., and then LA at Vancouver is 10 p.m. So what I like to do, especially on a night like tonight, there's an after-hour slate. It's only the 2 games, 4 teams, Pitt at Seattle, Kings at the Canucks. So I'll probably get wild on the after-hour slate. But for main slate, I love, these are GPP plays too. I got a couple cash spots, nothing crazy here. But for the DraftKings GPP, or just all of them, I love New Jersey 1, their first line. And when you look at it, Nico Hershiser, first line, first power play unit. And then you get a little taste of the first power play unit as well with Nico. And then accompanying him on the wing, Jesper Bratt, and then Pavel Zacha. And Zacha, first line, first power play unit, and then Jesper Bratt, first line, second power play unit. So with New Jersey 1, you get a little bit of exposure to first line, their second power play unit, and their first power play unit. And then there's just something about Dallas tonight, the Dallas Stars. Arizona is in Dallas to take on the Stars, and their first line in general, the Stars, that being said, their power play unit has been lights out. So why not kind of double down here? You can stack their Dallas's first line, and all 3 skaters play on the first power play unit as well. And again, I would imagine when you look at ownership percentages, they're going to kind of fall under the radar given the fact that Pittsburgh is playing tonight. Sidney Crosby has kind of started back in again, and he's heating up the Washington Capitals, and Alexander Ovechkin hosts the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. So you're going to get a lot of ownership percentage in the way of Pittsburgh and Washington. And to be honest with you, I think it should all be all about Dallas tonight. So that's the way I'm going. And their first line, I have yet to say that. Rube Pintz, first line, first power play unit, only $6,600 on FanDuel. And then Jason Robertson, first line, first power play unit. And then Joe Pavelski. You remember this guy played for San Jose all these years. This guy's still doing it at a high level. All 3 players on the first line, all 3 players on the first power play unit. So you look at hockey DFS, just like football or baseball. If everybody's going to go one way, guess what? In a GPP, I'm going to go the opposite way, come in the back door, go in the basement, however you want to put it. And I also love Dallas 1, Dallas 2, as I said. So I'm stacking the heck out of the Stars. I love New Jersey. And these are just little pivots, I think, in GPPs based on projected ownership percentage, where I think we could get over on some folks or gain an edge, which is very hard to do nowadays. Everyone's got an optimizer. Everyone's paying for premium services here. So to me, all about the Stars, all about the New Jersey Devils tonight, Scott.
Perfect. Sounds good. Like the breakdown there. Yeah, NHL it's fun. I like to get in there. I mean, it doesn't have it's big as the prize pools as maybe some basketball and stuff like that. But I mean, to me, it's something different. It's a little bit slower pace. Like basketball, man, the scoring's crazy. It's just like you can't keep up with it. 1 minute you're high, the next minute you're not. That's why I like baseball. I mean, your guy hits a 3-run homer, it's like a slot machine. It's like, see how high up you go. That's what's fun for me. But we also got some NBA tonight, so I'll go through some of the NBA. There's 10 games tonight in all of NBA, and you're looking, as we always say, we like the stars and scrubs. We like to try to find out, where the injuries are and everything else. And just looking at this slate today, man, these Charlotte Hornets are just beat up. They got Ball, Rozier, Plumlee, McDaniels all entered the health and safety protocol on Saturday. So they did not get to play. So they had pretty much 6 guys playing 32, 40-some minutes. So I'm going to expect the same tonight. So the guys that are in there for Charlotte, might want to jam them in. They're going to get a lot of minutes tonight. I think they're going to be pretty popular, obviously, but definitely a way to go there. And then 2, Giannis and a few other guys are questionable. So again, if you're playing basketball, you got to keep your ear to the ground. When it gets close to 7 o'clock, be willing to make some pivots, try to find some value in there. But especially too tonight that the Cavaliers are going to be without Sexton and Wade. So man, a lot of stuff going on here on a Monday. So I have to get in there and make sure you're checking those injury reports. But just some marquee names tonight that we may not see tonight. Butler, Giannis. We might not see Towns. We might not see Tobias. Just some names there. So just some other guys But just going back to the Hornets, you got Bridges, Oubre, P.J. Washington, Gordon Hayward, Cody Martin, Ish Smith, all these guys last night. Bridges played 40 minutes, Oubre 39, Washington 38, Hayward 33, Ish Smith and Martin played 32. So, man, those guys here, I mean, their salaries aren't really that high. Washington's only 5,700. Oubre is 58. Ish is 34. So those are guys there that probably are going to be core tag. They're probably going to be really popular here tonight. But just mention a few guys there. I like some Pacer guys. You can looking at maybe Brogdon, maybe some Karis LeVert. I like Chris Paul's a guy I may want to spend up for, especially if there's no Giannis. Have to keep our eyes peeled, make sure that Tobias Harris gets in there. If he gets some run, I'm going to like Tobias Harris. And then maybe some Nurkic too down there at center for Portland, if you can squeeze him in. And then Dennis Smith is another guy for Portland who's been playing pretty well. See if he can keep up with that number 9 draft tag he had there. But yeah, in the NBA, I'll get to some bets here at the end of the show here for you guys. But yeah, I think for now that's some pretty decent NBA DFS just kind of start with. So again, make sure you're looking at them Hornets just because they're going to be pretty much only with 6 guys there. Chris, you want to run over there and play with the Hornets? I mean, they might need some help over there. All these dudes out with the the health protocol.
I mean, we've met in person a bunch of times. Beer is taller than me, but I'm still 6'3", about 210 pounds. I mean, I can move if need be. So I don't know how well I could hang on the court in terms of shooting the ball, but I could be a pretty good passer if need be. I can just stand up there, at the 3-point. I can run the triangle. I don't even know if that's still a thing.
Hey, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. But yeah,
thank you.
I couldn't. I'd probably run up and down the court once or twice, Chris, and then I'd pass out. I mean, we already seen me in the bushes like the bear with the beer. I mean, you keep doing that a few times, you're not getting up and down. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Spencer's on the ball. So the thing is you do that a few times a week, Chris. You're not gonna do too well trying to run them sprints up and down the court. But yeah, so tonight though, Chris, we got some NFL action, of course, but hey, let's talk about a little bit of the injuries we saw. We like to try to give everybody a little head start maybe on some waiver thoughts for the week, which we like to do. So Kenyon Drake broke his ankle yesterday. He's out for the season. So if you got Josh Jacobs, it's just going to make him a lot better, obviously. But so too bad for Kenyon Drake here. And he signed that big contract there. Now he's going to be out. And then we saw Adam Thielen. He went out too against the Lions with a high ankle sprain. Looks like he's going to have to be evaluated and see, but they're talking that he may not be able to give it a go this week. So that's obviously a concern. And damn, Jefferson didn't miss him, that's for sure. I mean, that guy went off pretty good. And then don't want to make fun of a guy with a concussion, but Mike Glennon, I mean, Beer calls him giraffe neck. So, I mean, it'd probably be pretty hard to get that thing out of the way if it's sticking up so high. So, I saw the hit he took, and that was a pretty good one. But so he's not going to be back. So I don't even know if Danny Dimes going to be ready to go. What they're going to do in that spot there, and then Miles Sanders ended up hurting his ankle as well. Looks like a lot of ankle problems this week. And then we saw Logan Thomas. Man, the guy gets back on the field, looks good last Monday, comes back, scores a touchdown, and then he tears his ACL. Man, just no luck there for Logan Thomas. So another tight end there that they're going to have to replace there. But yeah, so today though, Chris, we got a pretty good game here for a Monday night. I'm actually looking forward to this one here. Battle of the AFC. I mean, this has got potential to be an AFC championship game here. I mean, the Patriots, last I looked, were the number 1 seed. And now here you got Buffalo, but Chris, they're calling for all kinds of shitty weather tonight. Man, this over-under's gone from 45 down to 40. So, man, I don't know here. I think the weather might come into play tonight. So, you concerned about that at all? In a game here, you would think with these two teams might be pretty high scoring.
Oh, well, yes and no here. The weather, we know they're playing in Buffalo. New England's weather is just as nasty, but Buffalo, it gets really bad, right? I mean, the wind is swirling around. They're right on the water there in Niagara Falls. Is it too far away there in Buffalo, New York, the Canadian side, however you want to put it here? But when you look at this game, when you break down each individual possessional or, eligibility for each single position, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks, Buffalo is second overall in terms of defending opposing quarterbacks. The New England Patriots are first. When it comes to running backs, Buffalo is fifth. When it comes to New England, that's the spot here. New England 17th against defending overall running backs here. So might be a little move for Devin Singletary or Matt Breida, however you want to say his name, in these spots. But then in terms of wide receivers, Buffalo is first. When it comes to New England and wide receivers, they're fourth. When you look at tight ends, Buffalo is sixth. So and New England is second. So when you go down the list here, this one is going to be, I could see a defensive chess match here with Bill Belichick and Buffalo and see how they do things. There is literally no green in terms of DVP and how these two match up. Buffalo, the only green number for Buffalo is how they defend kickers. They're 21st. The rest of it, everybody, it's all top 10 here. So to me, it's going to be all about attacking New England with the running backs. And what does that say? Zach Moss, is he going to be a healthy and active? That would stink. So you're looking at Devin Singletary and Matt Breida to kind of take us to the promised land here. Obviously, Josh Allen very much in play, $7,500 on FanDuel, $11,200 on DraftKings. But again, the New England Patriots are first overall in terms of defending opposing quarterbacks here. So Josh Allen work is going to be cut out for him. And then when you look at Mac Jones here, as I said, in Buffalo as a rookie, Buffalo second overall. They're going to give this kid a ton of different looks. They're going to move around their linebackers. Who knows? Free safeties, linebacker blitz. I don't know what the heck is going to happen tonight. But Mac Jones, what he's going to have how can I put this? He'll have another chance to kind of grow up right in front of our eyes. Remember when we talked about that and mentioned it when they played Tampa Bay in prime time a couple Sundays ago, and he grew up right before our eyes. So again, another step in Mac Jones' development will be seen by everybody tonight in Buffalo here. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, as you said, New England's 8-4, Buffalo 7-4, so they're right next to each other. The winner will obviously be in first place in the AFC East. Still a lot of season left, but this is huge. This has a lot of, there's a lot on the line here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these two teams obviously have a history. I mean, you're talking about Mac Jones. I mean, that dude is probably in the driver's seat to be Rookie of the Year. And now the Bills defense did lose their top cornerback, Tre'Davious White, to an ACL tear. So that is going to hurt them a little bit. And then one of the top safeties for New England, Kyle Duggar, he's going to be out as well with COVID. So I think that actually helps Dawson Knox a little bit for the Bills. But Tre'Davious White being out is pretty big for Buffalo. I mean, he is the main part of the back end of that defense for the Bills. And the thing with the Patriots is I think there is going to be quite a bit of running today. But, man, you just can never really guess who the Patriots guy is going to be. It's like all the time you can't really predict what Bill Belichick's going to do. I mean, Harris, 22 snaps. Stevenson, 20 snaps. Bolden, 19. It's like none of them is stepping up. None of them. I mean, he just rotates them in and out, different situations. But, I think it's tough. But I do like Stevenson a little bit more than Harris. But then again, I think both of them have, decent shot to put up some numbers for you. I mean, you look at if you're going to play some DFS tonight, I mean, with the wind being so strong, I mean, I still think Allen's a good play just because of his running ability. But, I mean, I'd be looking at some guys like Hunter Henry. He's a guy that they look to in the red zone. And then maybe even looking at Dawson Knox, as I mentioned. I think Beasley's interesting too. And I think Emmanuel Sanders, he should be he should be good to go too. And I think, I mean, as old as he is here, I mean, he's struggled a little bit. He hasn't got a touchdown since week 5, but he's a guy. So it's like, you really can't trust these Buffalo receivers except Diggs. I mean, he's the only one that I really can trust. I think Knox, I mean, he's decent, but Davis, I mean, he's still the number 4 receivers. He's only playing like half of their offensive snaps. So, that's a huge dart throw. Beasley, I mean, he's just, going to get some short slot throws. So to me, I don't think he has that, huge play potential. I mean, he'd have to bust a couple tackles to get into the end zone. But I think Diggs is interesting. Last year, Diggs in 2 games, he had 15 catches, 237 yards, and 3 touchdowns on 20 targets. But, I mean, the Patriots' defense has just been so good. Only 3 teams have let up fewer points to wide receivers than New England. But, yeah, I think this game is going to be interesting. I think if you were to play some showdown tonight, I think defenses, especially on DraftKings, are interesting tonight. I do like New England's defense. I think they're going to try to – I mean, who are they going to try to take out of this game, Chris? I mean, are they going to go right after Diggs? I think they're going to have to. So I think that's the guy they're going to focus on, especially since they beat him up last year. But we'll see. I think this is a game here. We know Czech loves to play chess. So I think this is going to be a fun game to watch. I don't expect it to be really high scoring. And I actually like the under in the first half of this one, and you can get it under 20.
Absolutely.
So that's something I'm going to look at here today. Hopefully, they just keep running, keep that clock running like you mentioned. But as far as any kind of captains or anything like that for single game showdown stuff, Chris, is there anybody that stands out to you? Anybody that, you may have? I know I like to play a few different lineups and mix them up. But, matter of fact, last night, Chris, I actually had Javonte Williams in that game last night as my captain. Did fairly well, but needed to have that defense there for Kansas City at that late touchdown they got. But, I did pretty good there. So I'm kind of looking forward to tonight. But that captain spot, though, I'm not quite sure yet.
Yeah, I think to me, if I'm not a head coach in the NFL, obviously, I'm sitting here with you boys, on a Monday afternoon. I'm not on the field, plotting some sort of play here. But to me, I think, the New England Patriots, the move is to take away the Buffalo Bills running game, which, to be honest with you, wouldn't be that hard to do. So they shut that down. I believe Judon has one heck of a game. If you can get in on some player props in terms of sacks, I believe it sits at like 1.5 right now, plus 350, something like that. I would take the over. Judon is the wild card for the New England Patriots. That red sleeve, if he's got the red sleeves on tonight, he means business. So maybe Bill Belichick says, you know what? It'd be really easy to just absolutely cut out Buffalo's running game, and then we'll try our hand with their pass catchers. Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Cole Beasley, Manny Sanders, and that's just a thought I have. And then we'll try our luck with that. They have some very good safeties and cornerbacks, that can ball hawk and things along those lines. In terms of DFS captains here, you mentioned Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. On FanDuel, Harris is 12.5. On FanDuel, Stevenson is $12,000. And then on DraftKings, Damian Harris, $9,800, and Stevenson on DraftKings only $5,600. So to me, that's the way I'm going. I'll put Damian Harris in a captain spot or an MVP spot, and then Stevenson in the flex and vice versa. Boom. Then I bump it up Stevenson to MVP and flex, and I'll keep the same core of guys. I love Gabriel Davis to be in the mix too for some sort of MVP spot or even a flex. Gabe Davis only 6.5 on FanDuel, only $1,200 on DraftKings. And Gabe Davis, if I look at my notes, I wrote it slow. In the captain spot on DraftKings, it's only been bumped up to $1,800. So with him at MVP, you can really, fill out the roster how you like here. So to me, in order, probably Harris, Stevenson, and then Gabe Davis. All 3 of those will get a spot at MVP captain to me. And then I'll just mix and match, add Devin Singletary in there. And as you said, I know you love Knox, $10,500 on FanDuel, only $5,400 on DraftKings. So there's a lot of ways to go. I know you look at Kendrick Bourne. He's just a little bit too rich for my blood. $11,000 on FanDuel, $8,600 on DraftKings. But one thing that stands out to me with Kendrick Bourne, guy averages almost 15 yards of reception here. But wait, there's more, kind of like that ShamWow guy. Gabe Davis, 18.5 yards of reception. Granted, he only sees 3-4 targets a game, but when you average in that much, all you need is 2-3 receptions, and you're looking at, 4 or 5 plus point night. And if he finds the end zone, you're in the gravy. So that's the way that's the way the cookie crumbles, as what's his name said from Jim Carrey in that. What the heck was the name of that movie? I shouldn't have referenced it, having no knowledge of what the name of the movie was.
Now you're gonna make me try to think of it, and I can't think of it. But going back to these defensive or these captains here, I think Allen's going to be the most popular captain. So for me, I think Stevenson is. I like your Stevenson call. I think he would probably be my favorite captain. If I was to correlate a couple players together, I'd probably have Stevenson, Josh Allen, and then probably Breida. I would probably throw in there would be would be my guys. But I mean, let's remember, Buffalo just got scorched by Jonathan Taylor, 185 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, New England's going to see that, and they're just going to say, you're going to have to stop us too. So I think I can see both running backs actually for New England getting quite a bit of run. I don't mind Mac Jones either, but I don't think he's going to throw the ball that far too deep. I think they're going to just quick passes, stuff like that. I mean, they're going to try to avoid the turnovers. I mean, a turnover tonight is almost like double. I mean, if you're thinking it's going to be a low-scoring game and you turn it over in your own zone there, that's just going to be huge. So I don't see these teams winging it out. I think they're just going to run quite a bit. But I would say I think I like Breida a little bit more than Singletary as far as the running backs go for Buffalo. I think they've been kind of weaning him in a little bit more. I think he's going to end up being the guy they go to in that spot. But yeah, man, this should be a fun game. Hopefully it's just full of snow. Hopefully it's raining, pouring. You know, I like watching them games sometimes. It should be a lot of fun. I mean, in Buffalo, like you mentioned, it's going to be cold. But yeah, I mean, that over-under dropping from 45 to 40, that should tell you enough right there to what's going on up there. I think they're expecting 28-mile-an-hour winds, Chris, 28 to 35-mile-an-hour winds in this game tonight with rain and snow possibilities. So I'll sit on my couch, bud, and watch it, and maybe have me a Modelo or two and chill out and stay warm tonight. I am not interested. Yeah, I'm not interested in going outside. It's cold here too, man. I would not want to be outside playing football. That's for damn sure. But Chris,
Absolutely.
so we're getting. Go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, absolutely. The wind out here now in the Metro Detroit area is pretty nasty as well. And the wind, it's whipping, it's snowing every 20 minutes and nothing's sticking. But yeah, I would not want to be out there playing football. But we're not getting paid millions of dollars to do that. If I were to say, hey, I'll give you $1.5 million and you got to spend 3 hours outside today, you know, putting up Christmas lights or raking leaves, I'm pretty sure you go, okay, yeah, I'll be there. Don't need to wear sleeves or a hoodie and wear a T-shirt and get it done.
I mean, this is always a good spot. I mean, we're always willing to bring the video back. I mean, hey, if I'm making millions of dollars playing football and I got a girlfriend, I mean, she's out there at the beach, right? And then when I win the game, they might show her the phone and say, hey, he won. And then, you know, she might cheer for us. You know, I mean, that might happen. I mean, you never know. I mean, I didn't mind that at all. I mean, hey, if the Lions are going to keep winning and we get them videos every week, I'm down. I'm down for that. Yeah, I mean, this is just.
You know what's wild? Scott, you know what's wild is I'm a single man, so I don't have a girl. I mean, I'm sure I could find someone to recreate this video, right? And that's what we should, like, kind of like a Saturday Night Live short. I know you have a girlfriend who lives with you. Beer is married. Would any of those women want to try and recreate that? I'm not saying I want to see any of your girlfriends or wives in bathing suits, but you get the idea. Kind of recreate that video where you just you just record me running like I won, and then boom, you cut to a female. Just recreate it. I think that would be funny. That would be a nice little short skit. It would only be 2-3 minutes. You just straight shots.
Or how about we just put your face on her?
I mean, you could do that, sure.
Too. I mean, that'd be the best you ever looked. But I mean,
that's too easy. I mean, like really film a recreation of it any way you can. I can reach out to some people on Tinder or Bumble, however you want to do it, and see if they'd like to recreate this moment for Woodward Bets and or Woodward Sports. I think that name carries some weight. So.
That video there, I'm sure, got quite a bit of love today throughout the nation. And we know she knows what she's doing. She's no dummy. That's for damn sure. But let's get into some bets tonight on this Monday night game. So I got a couple trends that we can look at. Then we'll get into some best bets for the show. And then we'll get out of here, let you guys get ready for this Monday night game and all that fun stuff we got brewing tonight. But on Monday night tonight, we got, like I said, these Patriots and Bills. The Patriots are 14-3. Against the spread in their last 17 meetings in Buffalo. That's something to keep your mind on. And then the Bills are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games in December. Not really that exciting. And then the over is 5-0 in the Patriots' last 5 against the AFC. And the Bills they're 4-1 in the last 5 against the spread against the AFC East in their division. So just a couple things there. But Chris, before we get out of here, we're getting here to our favorite time of the show here. Give out some best bets for the people. What you got?
Sure. When it comes to hockey here, I mentioned the New Jersey Devils. The Ottawa Senators travel to New Jersey. The over-under in that one sits at 6 goals. I like the under in this one. I do believe that New Jersey wins 3-1, 4-1, something along those lines. In no way do I think there's 6 or more goals scored in this one. So give me the under with Ottawa at New Jersey. And then when we talk about the Dallas Stars, Arizona is at Dallas. That one's only at 5.5. So I love the over on that one. I think Dallas wins this one 4-2, 5-3, something along those lines. So Ottawa, New Jersey, under 6 goals. Arizona at Dallas, over 5.5. And when we look at the football game, I'm reaching for my notes here. You said the over-under, it opened at what, 47? And right now at this moment in time, it sits at 41. I have Buffalo winning this game 20-17. Going to be tight, going to be highly contested. So again, I would go under in this football game. If anybody wants to get wild with some action, with some anytime touchdown action, which I know is probably the most popular, whether you're a casual bettor or, you know, a hardened bettor like you are here, here's the little parlay I have together, and it's plus 65.31. So $25 will net you just over $1,600. Damian Harris, anytime touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, anytime touchdown. And Gabriel Davis, anytime touchdown. Plus 65.31 here. So that's the way I'm looking tonight. All of this stuff is already booked. So I put my money where my mouth is. Hopefully, any of you out there can kind of get it together, and we'll revisit it tomorrow.
Sounds good. Love it. So for me tonight, I got 3 plays for everybody. The first one is in NBA, and I am going to go under 216.5 in this Philly-Charlotte game. Charlotte had a pretty big win over Atlanta last night. Now they got a bunch of dudes on COVID rest here. Philadelphia's been playing pretty good defense. So I think this one here is a really good spot to go under in that one. Then I also like another under, and that is in this NFL game in the first half. I like the under 20 in that one. At some spots, it's minus 125, minus 120 on that over-under on 20. So I do like the under 20 in the first half in that one. And then one more for basketball, which is a little bit later tonight. I am going to be looking at the Golden State Warriors are given a whopping 16 points to Orlando. I think Orlando has just been, they're just trash. I don't think they're going to stand any chance traveling out there to the West Coast. I think Golden State rolls here. I don't normally like taking those big spreads, but I think Golden State rolls here by 20 plus points. So I'm going to go with Golden State minus the 16. I am going with the under 216 in the Sixers-Charlotte game, and then the under 20 in the first half of the football game tonight. So, Chris, there are some best bets for everybody. Hope we can get us some lunch money. Is there anything you want to say, recap, or anything here before we get out of here?
Just, thanks for having me. And we are now, it's December 6th. We're on the fast track to Christmas. So just be mindful of that. I know it's this time of the season, you know, they get down in the dumps, they get overwhelmed or anxious. Take some time for yourself. It's okay to sit around, disconnect from the phone, the computer, be in peace. We got a long way to go. So everybody, happy holidays. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely, Beastie. We appreciate you guys, you all watching, tuning in. For Spencer Behind the Glass, Detroit, BC, I'm Gyiraszin. Appreciate you checking it out, and we'll catch you tomorrow.